Do not brand under any circumstance. So the only reason why people buy is just
That's the elevator to success, I think. So
you are leaving money on the table.
Facebook has, oh my God, man.
Welcome, Charlie. Let's talk about your journey, when we started, how everything went.
Okay, so basically I started drop shipping uh maybe in October,
Mhm.
and then I've tested two products, and then immediately know that I didn't know what I was doing, like, at all. I was testing product, I was like, what the fuck am I doing? So I just looked on YouTube, and I saw one of your ad and your videos. I think you said, don't brand your store or something like this. I saw this and I was okay. And I was like branding on my store and losing all my time. And then so I knew that I want to get a mentor. So after that, I've got you. Then around end of the month of November, I got it into the program. The last week of December, my product took off. And then so January, February, I sold my product, and then now I'm continuing selling it. And I'm basically,
I mean, maybe you can show how things went on your Shopify dashboard.
so 25 now,
Mhm.
45K by now.
Nice, nice. How are the margins here?
I made around 12K Canadian, so around 10K profit US
Mhm. Mhm.
on
And
Flipkart.
yeah, yeah. So what would you say was the main reason why this actually worked out? What was different for this product, and how do you approach it?
Uh, the value perception
Mm-hmm.
of the product, the high value perception,
Yeah.
perceived value,
Mhm.
and the offer, obviously, plus the creative, everything.
Mhm.
That's like one thing.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Maybe just select like the last month or so we can see how it went there. Um,
So February,
yeah.
made all 20K.
Mhm. Got it. Okay, nice. So the perceived value is something really interesting because a lot of people think that the value of the product is the reason why people buy it, when in reality, the only reason why people buy is only the perceived value. So the only reason why people buy is just the perceived value only. Okay. And in the end of the day, it's just about what people see and what people think your product is worth to them that actually
Mhm.
makes them buy. And for you, what is really good in your niche and in general is that you basically, with the compared price and with the offer we have, you kind of created this scenario where your product looks extremely luxurious and really looks like really good. And basically, you can get away with super, like, people are going crazy over the low price you have, and they expect your product to be super expensive, but now you sell it for a super cheap price, and everybody's just jumping on it because of that.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, for you, why did you specifically decide to actually reach out to me, and why did you start working with me?
Um, that's really like an intuition. I looked at your videos and your testimonials, and you're the only one doing this really legit kind of testimonial that I find.
Mhm.
I saw other guy on YouTube, and I was like, I was trying their advice, and it was just not working. So
Mhm. Mhm.
I was really, I was kind of lucky in a way,
Yeah.
finding you.
Yeah,
But
understand. Also, it's interesting that you mentioned the don't brand thing. Basically, the reason why you bought is also partially the marketing itself, which we use. And obviously, in the end of the day, the YouTube channel is the marketing for our personal, like for my personal brand and for our team. And we have a bunch of different components. But to get people interested, there's a really important concept, and it actually is very useful in dropshipping as well, which is breaking people's perceptions. And for example, you come into dropshipping, you have the belief of you think you need to brand. And this is exactly what you mentioned in the beginning. You think I need to brand. And then somebody says exactly the opposite. They're going to say, do not brand under any circumstances. That's basically what I said with this initial marketing video. And then you're like, wait, what the fuck? What? Did he just say that I'm doing a mistake? Why do I do a mistake? And maybe this is also the reason why it's not working. And now you project all of your problems onto the reason which somebody gave you. Okay. So it's a very, very strong marketing tactic. And you can do the same thing for dropshipping products as well. You can literally think, all right, in my niche, let's say I'm in the back pain niche, whatever. What do people think is the reason why people have back pain? And it should be like tight muscle, as an example. Like let's say the normal belief of people who have back pain think it's because their muscle is tight. And then somebody makes an ad and they're just saying, look, it has nothing to do with your tight muscles. Like your back pain is not the reason for the tight muscles are not the reason for back pain. It's something else. And now you're listening because you thought that it's this. And obviously, this is just a completely invented example. But if you can actually find wrong beliefs or myth in your niche, which you can break and logically argue for them, because I truly do believe that you shouldn't brand. And this is not something I'm just inventing just to get people. It's actually like something I truly believe. If you find like a myth which you have really good logical arguments for, it's very simple to convince them because you're right. In the end of the day, like if you have good arguments for it, you're right. So yeah, this is generally like a really strong tactic for everybody. And then obviously the second thing you just mentioned is the case studies, which also people can use on stores as well. Like the same thing we're doing here, it's a case study just for people to see, all right, this whole thing is legit. We can do the same thing on the store. And notice how on every single store, the reviews themselves, they count less than because people think it's fake. And on this YouTube channel, it's pretty difficult to fake something like this, where we have like super long conversations and we actually talk about the entire thing, we show it. That's pretty difficult to fake. However, it's very simple to fake a dropshipping store review. So just to take a picture of somebody holding a product and putting it in the store, it's very simple to fake. Meaning that every time you have reviews, they're going to be less trusted than something like this. Okay. So those reviews can actually be made better with a few tricks. Number one, they cannot look professional. That's the first thing. Like it's really important to not make them look professional at all. They need to look like it's actual random ass people who just take pictures or videos. Second thing is videos. Videos actually help a lot for reviews if you have a video. And also what helps a lot is picture reviews with the logo somewhere which you actually have. So if it's branded, if you have if you have a bunch of pictures of branded things, that's going to be much more helpful. And also the place where most people trust the reviews the most is the Facebook comments. So Facebook comments or just comment section in general. The comment section is always 1,000 times more trusted than everything you would see on a store. So if you're able to have a good comment section, you manage it well, you answer like the people properly, and you actually like on Facebook, you can literally tell your customers who already received the product, hey, can you post a picture of the item just below the post? That will be helpful. You're going to get some kind of discount for the next purchase, and then maybe you will even get another purchase just because of that. Basically, you just get a lot of pictures on top, and those reviews actually get you extreme trust. Like reviews in the comment section are the place where everybody trusts them. Nobody thinks that's fake. So yeah, this is something which is generally really important for everybody. But for you, what would you say were kind of the main learnings you generally have gotten from the program itself?
So the main learning is taking the mentor. That's really the main learning for everything, Now I want to take a mentor for real estate, for everything else I want to do, for my car business I want to do. Just need a mentor for everything,
Yeah.
That sounds silly, but it's true, you know. That's the elevator to success, I think. So that's pretty much the only, because I learned obviously a lot of things in drop shipping from you, but from you, you know, not from me.
Yes. Yeah,
So
no, I get it. I get it. But which specific things would you say were kind of new to you, what you actually learned from this program?
it pretty much everything, the offer, how the product was chose, um, the store itself a little bit, but that's pretty much how to choose the product, how to make the ads, and how to yeah.
Yeah, the fundamentals basically, the fundamentals, and this is the base thing. Like, in the end of the day, we don't have to get fancy. We don't have to get fancy and do some weird things in terms of specific small hacks and tactics and whatever. This is advanced. Those are all bonus things. In the end of the day, what matters is just the fundamentals, which is product, strategy, store, and ads, and that's it. So if you basically nail all of that, you're good to go. Like things just work out. But for you, what would you say are the main goals, let's say for the next 6 months, where you actually want to be at?
I really want to reach 20K US profit per month in the next 6 months. I really, really want to reach that because I'm still delivering pizza and I'm really tired of it. And I want to make my salary in a month to go. So
Yeah. No, for sure, for sure. So what's the main kind of obstacles you faced so far from which kept you from scaling more?
it's just scaling profitable with some profitably. Because when I try to scale more, sometimes I lose the conversion. So I really want to keep the conversion with the scaling. So I'm trying to figure out some different strategy on TikTok ads and improving my website with you as well. Pretty much it. So just reach my profit like this.
Yeah, yeah. No, what I definitely noticed with you is that you did one mistake of like kind of slacking a little bit on the calls and not taking too
Yeah.
many and not asking too many questions. And it was just like in the beginning where you wanted to know the strategy itself, and then it started to work, and you're like, cool, I know, like I don't really need any help anymore now. But when I saw your store and I saw the things which like the 40K or so you made, I was like, bro, you are leaving money on the table. You know, like it's very important that we still look over everything and optimize, because now the money you're losing is always higher, because when you scale, you're losing more. Like if you actually have a scale up store, you need to understand that every dollar you're spending is already spent. So if you spend 10K on ads, for example, and you could have made 60K but only made 40, now you lost 20K. So every single thing which increases the average order value or gets your cost per click down, increases your conversion rate, all of those things make a much bigger impact. And one single change on a small store doesn't change anything. But one single change on a bigger store, which is doing decent, is can literally make or break everything. So if you are able to increase the average order value by like $3, for example, every single sale now from now on is going to get you $3 extra, and you're literally losing out on those $3 with every single sale. And you also need to keep thinking like you need to think about the cost which you have of not optimizing things right. You need to think of that, and also you need to think of the cost you have not having winning products. And this is something which a lot of people get wrong. They think they have a winner, cool. Now I don't need to test anything anymore. But in reality, if you have the strategy for a winner, test more, because you're losing out on having 5 winners at the same time. And you're literally losing out on 4 winning products if we count like that. So like you need to look at things in reverse and think, okay, right now I have the fundamentals, I have the baseline to get things going. What do I do to scale that? And it's basically more of what I have and optimizing everything what I actually do have. So yeah, I think that's going to be like really, really big for you specifically, to actually scale this, because yeah, like you can get really, really comfortable with decent looking stores. Like if things start to do well, you can chill. It feels
Yeah, but I'm really I really want to reach my goal, so I'm kind of like, okay, always creating new ads, always doing this, but I was not getting more profit, so
yeah. Well, it's optimizing the right way also, like
yeah.
if you're not asking me how to do it, you're not really, there's
Yeah.
no way how to actually tell if it's going to be the right thing. But yeah, for you, like, were you expecting those numbers, or were you surprised, or was it kind of like what do you think, or what did you feel it started to do well?
I was kind of at first I was really hyped up. I was, oh shit, I made 1K today, and then I'll tell everyone. But then after a week, I was like, oh, okay, it's normal.
Mm-hmm.
But it was not surprising because I've paid the mentorship, so I was like expecting to have some results.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I deserve this because I've paid for the mentorship. I've worked. So it's not like I'm winning the lottery. It's just like I work for this. So
Yeah,
so
100%.
I just want to get more now. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm not satisfied with this.
Yeah. So what are the main struggles right now? You say that you cannot scale super profitably. So what would you say are the main struggles to for that?
The main struggles is TikTok ads. My ads always dying after like a week.
Mm-hmm.
I get like 1K day for a week, and then starting to die. I'm making like 5% profit margin, so I cut them, and always recreating the ads, the campaign, testing new strategies. So that's just scaling at higher level with some profit. That's the
Yeah.
main issue right now.
So with TikTok ads, you're always gonna, like, in general, you're gonna have way, way, way more people complaining about the inconsistencies, and TikTok ads can be really inconsistent. So
Yes.
the key here is to increase your profit margins as much as possible when people actually buy. So the average order value and conversion. Okay, and you would be surprised if you right now would have like a fully optimized funnel on how much more consistent it would all of a sudden feel. Like it feels for you like you have a good day, bad day, good day, bad day. But in reality, if you look at the average, you would be shocked if everything actually would have properly be split tested, and it takes months. Like it's not a thing which is going to be changed overnight, and I'm going to just tell you one trick. It's not that how it works. So like I'm going to tell you a bunch of different things, and you need to test a bunch of different things, and one out of those is going to hit, because in the end of the day, it's still like optimizing everything, but it's not a numbers game. There's no right or wrong upsell for everything. So we're going to definitely need to test our way in there. And trust me, you're going to be surprised, and you're going to like think about exactly this, where you see, okay, now on average, I'm super profitable and I don't need to kill anymore, because the 5%, like the 5% margin, just jumped to 10 or 15 on a bad day just because of people buying more.
Yeah.
So it's kind of approaching it from this side first before we scale properly. And all the
Yeah.
scaling issues are just, they just mean that you don't have a fully optimized funnel. And I would, by the way, recommend, I don't know if you saw the call yesterday, but I went through the entire, have you seen it?
No, that I didn't saw.
Yeah, so check out the call yesterday, where I was basically going through the entire, like, what to do in general when things don't work. So we have like a bunch of go-to things which you can do if, for example, the cost per click is too high, if the average order value is bad, or if the cost, like if the conversion rate is bad or something like that. Maybe I can share my screen and show you, but I'm probably gonna blur it for the YouTube stuff. We have three components to everything, which is cost per click, average order value, and conversion rate. In a lot of the cases, really good cost per clicks are going to result in really bad traffic, and really bad cost per clicks are going to result in in good traffic. And there's basically a balance which you need to find, where you need to be in the middle, and you do that with the different styles of creatives. But for everything which we have a kind of guideline of what to do, how to improve it. For example, if the CPC bad, we need to work on the scroll stoppers, and the call to action, on the ad copy, and we have like a bunch of simple tips. Then if the average order, if the conversion rate is super low, there's like a bunch of things to change the add to cart ratio, to set the session converted, how to get better traffic, and then we also have like a bunch of tips. And then also for the average order value, it's just the product page, the upsells themselves, the shipping, the creatives, which are, most people don't think that creatives have anything to do with upsell, like the average order value, but it actually does. And then also the pro tips, like which we will, like, just check out the call from
Yeah, I'll check this.
today. You're gonna see what I mean. Yeah, like for you, you said that the goal for now is to just get to the 20K profit month.
Yeah.
Do you actually want to do that to quit the job and do this full time?
Obviously, yeah.
Mhm. And
So I have my goal in life is really I want to reach around like 300K profit a month.
Mhm.
So I want to get 20K profit so I can get money for to scale everything, and maybe not 20, 30, not maybe 300K profit in dropshipping, but in other business, real estates, just to get things done.
Yeah, yeah, I'm actually seeing a lot of people who are like that, who are thinking similar, where dropshipping is just a vehicle for the first money. It's not a thing which they want to necessarily stay in for the next 10 years. It's more of, okay, I want to build the capital to actually start investing into bigger things and have the capital for that. Which definitely makes sense in some cases. In other cases, it doesn't, because if you have a cash flow machine, which is like either dropshipping or some other business, you're going to be able to have return on ad spend, which you're not going to have anywhere. So, for example, if you spend $20 on ads and you make 100 and you have a 5 ROAS, every dollar
Yeah,
you spend, you get 5. It doesn't make sense to take a huge portion of your budget and invest it into something, and now you don't have any money for the ad spend left.
yeah,
So it really depends on what position you're in and what the thing is which makes the most sense. But of course, like in the long run, the bigger investments are always something which definitely need to be looked
yeah.
out for. So yeah.
Of course, if it's paying, I'll do it anyway. So
Yeah, exactly, exactly. But for example, with the products you tested before we started, do you see what was wrong with them? Do you see, understand now why they didn't work?
yeah, everything was wrong. I was just choosing the product like, oh, I saw a product on TikTok and made me buy it like everyone else was was just thinking, okay, it seems nice and tested it. So it was just complete chaos. Wasn't even know anything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure, for sure. And when did you start? When did you say this? Did you start with dropshipping in general?
I've started in October to look at this. Before this, I was trying to do Amazon FBA.
Mm-hmm.
So I invested like maybe 1,000 and trademarking a brand, all the bullshit, opening an account, and then I saw dropshipping. So I saw that I can test product without like any money, or basically a lot less money than Amazon FBA. So I've
Mm-hmm.
tested it, and I just realized that was a better opportunity for me than FBA, because I think I learned a lot much more about business in general with dropshipping.
Mm-hmm.
Then with Amazon FBA, I will learn, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, just a better opportunity.
Mm-hmm. For sure, for sure. But yeah, like overall, how would you summarize the program itself, or also dropshipping overall?
The program is really cool because you can have coaching with you and your partners. So I think that's really the main thing that made me successful is the coaching. I would have been blocked or if I didn't have the coaching. So that's really this. Plus the tips, no one talks it on YouTube,
Yeah.
so that's not a saturated offer and everything. So that's pretty much everything. That's working.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like, actually, it's a good point with the blocking, because you wouldn't even get, like, even if you would select the product and you did everything right, in some cases you would have gotten blocked just because
Yeah,
you don't know what gets you blocked and what doesn't. So,
yeah.
you like, sometimes you have a perfect winning product, everything is amazing, you did everything right, and then you don't even get to properly testing it because you don't understand how, like, what will get you blocked, what is against policies, etc.
Facebook ads. Oh my God, man! Like I have 3 page and everything. Oh my God, connecting the the domain to the. Oh, fuck. I was like,
Yeah, It can be a mess. It can be a mess.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, definitely. I mean, excited to hear your results, and let's see how it's going to progress over the next couple of months. Maybe we're
Yeah.
going to do some kind of update thing in half a year and see if you reach the 220K profit per month. But yeah, for everybody watching right now, if you're actually also interested in getting started, just click the link below. Sign up for a call with me. We're going to find out if everything is a good fit. If yes, then we'll get started. If no, then not. And yeah, other than that, good call and talk to you soon.